Your task as a writer has always been to write a terrific book. Now your task is also becoming to write a terrific book which will be a terrific audiobook. And the most important thing that I can tell you to help you with that is you must read your stuff out loud.
I've done books of every variety, every genre, but I tend to focus mostly in the science fiction world and in a subgenre of science fiction that I didn't even know existed until I started narrating, called military sci-fi. It can range from everything from tactical starship battles to end of the world, post-apocalypse, zombie survival stuff. The first series I want to talk about is called The Lost Fleet. It's by an author named Jack Campbell. That's actually his pen name. His real name is John Henry. And he's a retired lieutenant commander from the U.S. Navy, so he knows a thing or two about battle tactics and strategy.
Book narrators don't even necessarily say that they're voiceover artists. They are that different. The commercial world is short snippets for the most part. It's a more presentational medium. It's standing here talking to you. An audiobook is about the most intimate medium that you could possibly imagine. And that requires everything going whoosh. You have to have the same preparation as an actor. You have to have an intimate knowledge of the material. You have to know the book. You have to love the book. You have to know all the characters, and you have to understand the book. But now, instead of your audience being right here, now your audience is right here. The person's ear is right here.
If you do go to a producer like Stefan or somebody else, you'll probably be asked to select 5 pages. I'm often given the first 5 pages, but actually I think it's better to give them 5 pages out of context. That's because you're auditioning their sensitivity to the layers that are in your text. Give them a piece equally heavy with narration and dialogue. You want to see how they both do that. What do they bring? Obviously to your main characters. But also the signposts, the nuances, the storytelling, and also really letting it land.
What I've discovered, I've worked with a lot of authors coming in to narrate, because sometimes if their profile is very high, the publisher will want the author, so I have directorial skills to work with that. What I've learned in the last year or so is that no matter how beautiful an audiobook is, when we're done with it, we want to sell it, okay? We want somebody to buy it. And I have educated myself over the last 2 years in social media and how to get this stuff out. You have to have a website, and you have to brand yourself. Who is your audience? And don't assume that you know. Get online, read forums, like similar types of books. Who is going to buy this book? You need a website that is branded to that. If it's a zombie killer, military, if it's one of Christian's books, you don't want pictures of birds and flowers on your website. You need to brand it visually to what it is. You can blog if you want to, but your website is still the best landing place for you to have. And you can blog about other stuff. You don't have to just blog about your book. You can blog about, you get these people who are writers and they're blogging about tea or whatever it is that's you.
Whenever I see traffic jammed up on the 405 or the 101, I go, they're all listening to audiobooks. Business is booming.